Hello, y'all. This video is inspired by one of my friends. I've seen her get played by a married guy. And, I mean, I've never fucked a married guy before. I've never even tried to talk to a married guy before because I find that disgusting because I don't want to share dick. And I just have a whole high, moral value on marriage, really, honestly. Because my parents have been married for 35 years, and I would just hate to break up someone's fucking marriage. Anywho, but there's 10 fucking signs. 10 fucking signs you can tell this man's married by not even meeting the wife. And, to stop you from getting played in the future, okay? Rule number one. Clue number one. He doesn't want to give you his last name. Say if you meet this guy at a bar or you meet him online or something, but he does not want to disclose his last name. That's a little sketchy. You know why? Because if he doesn't want to because if he gives you his last name, you can easily Google his name and see the marriage records. Duh. So a man who is not wanting to give out his last name or tries to give out a fake nickname is bullshit. Or he usually is trying to hide something. Either it's a child molestation case, a rape case, some kind of drug charge, or he's married. Okay, that's it. Sign number two is he pays for everything in cash. Say if you actually have gone out on a few dates with this guy, and you notice that he never brings out a debit card, he never brings out a credit card, not even a damn gift card at all. It's just everything's in cash. Ask this man. If he stutters and is like, I don't trust banks. That's a fucking lie. It's 2016. Who the fuck does not trust banks? More than likely, he's not using his debit card because his wifey can probably has a joint account with his wife, and she can literally look at all the little, expenses that he's been paying on y'all's dates and see that he damn went to a hotel Friday night instead of his boy's house. Exactly. Sign number three is he has specific crazy rules as to when you can come over his house. Most men, if they're really into you and they want to fuck you, they'll want you to come over anytime they're home. But if it's always a weird ass type of schedule, like, oh, you can only come over at 7 o'clock at night and you have to leave at 9 o'clock, specifically 9 o'clock. Or you can only come over at 10 o'clock in the morning but leave at noon. The fuck? Actually test this. If a man's always trying to come over your house or go to a hotel, he's probably married. But one day when you're out on a date with this guy, suggest that y'all go back to his place and fool around. Most men, if they're not married and they don't have a damn wife or a girlfriend at home, they'll say, hell yeah, they'll take you to his house. Most men will not turn that shit down at all. But if he's married, he'd be like, my house ain't clean. I don't know where my keys at. He'll make up all types of excuses as to why you can't come over. So watch out for that. Rule number, every time he calls you, he's out somewhere. He never calls you when he's at home. Here's another thing. Ask a guy, if you're on the phone with the guy you just met, ask him, hey babe, where are you at? And if he's always like, I'm at the store, I'm on a walk, I'm taking a walk, I'm at the gym, I'm at the liquor store. If he's never at home when he calls you, 9 times out of 10, he probably had to escape somewhere to call your ass. If he can't just be calling you while he's at home, just sitting around not doing shit, more likely there's a white girlfriend at home that he does not want her to hear y'all's conversation. So every time that guy calls you, be like, hey, what you doing? Where are you at? And if he's always saying that he's out somewhere, 9 times out of 10, he's like, he has a bitch at home. And tell him, be like, oh, well, I'm busy now, why don't you call me when you get home? And if he never calls you when he gets home, you know the fucking answer to that. That nigga's married or he has a girlfriend. Sign number 5 is, if you ever get a chance to go to this guy's house around the specific times that he wants you to visit, go check his linen closet. 9 times out of 10, if a woman lives there, you will see a box of tampons or a box of pads or some Pamprin or Midol pills. Because if a bitch stays there, she will have some tampon boxes, okay? If he has a serious girlfriend or a wife, she has her period every month, so she'll always have at least a tampon box or a pad box in there somewhere, okay? Check that shit out, because a lot of times us women, we don't be wanting to check all in our man's houses and shit to really see what the fuck's up. That's how you will really know if a woman lives there, if you see some fucking tampon boxes or pad boxes or a damn a little garbage can in his bathroom, you know, obviously for obvious reasons. So yeah, check that shit out. Sign number 6 is you don't know shit. You don't know anybody. You don't know anybody. You know his friends. He never mentions his friends. He never mentions his mama. He never mentions his sister, his brother, and nobody. No one knows about you, and you don't know about anybody else. You don't know. He never talks to you about his family or his friends. You know, every time he goes out with his friends, he never wants to include you. Like, that's a red flag. For one, if he was not married or in a, you know, with a living girlfriend, he would want his friends to at least know about you, or at least talk about you with his friends, or at least want you to meet one of them. Okay, that's a big sign that he's hiding your ass. And you know, his friends probably know that he's married, and of course his family knows that he's married, so that's why he does not want to disclose any of that information at all. And sign number 7 is if he's always taking you somewhere way out the way. Say he lives in one city, like say if he lives in one city and you live really close to him, right? But he always takes you somewhere 30 or 40 minutes away out on a date. He never wants to take you anywhere nearby. And you know there's restaurants nearby, okay? So if this man is always making excuses as to why he wants to go way over on the other side of town to go out on a date, more than likely he's trying to hide from his wife, because he knows that his wife probably drives around the same area as he lives in and will probably see y'all on the fucking date. So always be like, well, babe, how come we can't go to that diner right down the street from your neighborhood? Why can't we go to Chili's up like 5 minutes away? If he's always saying, I don't like that place. I don't like Chili's. I don't like that diner. Like, if he's always trying to make excuses for why y'all can't go out on a date somewhere close by his house, more than likely he's trying to hide from his wifey, okay? That's how it is. Sign number 8 is he acts like he doesn't have a Facebook. You know, everybody has a fucking Facebook, okay? He acts like he doesn't have a Facebook or Instagram or, you know, any kind of social media. If you met this guy in a bar or you met him on a dating site and he kind of tries to act like he doesn't have a Facebook, come on now. Challenge that, you know. Whatever name he gives you, put that in the fucking search bar on Facebook. More than likely, if he doesn't even have that he's married, he'll at least have some wedding photos that his family or friends may have posted on his tagged him in. You know, you'll see some kind of evidence that he's married. You might see a woman saying, I love my husband, commenting on his pictures and shit. Like, you will see some shit. If you find Facebook, because more likely he has his family on there and his friends probably took pictures at the wedding, you know, probably tagged him. It's just that simple. Okay. Rule number 9 is, y'all are always fucking in a hotel. Y'all always fucking in a hotel. Y'all always fucking at your house. You're always fucking in a car. Okay, you never fucking in his house. You've never seen his house. Kind of like I said, you know how he puts specific rules on when you can come over and when you can't come over at all. Like you can't just pop up at your man's house. You know, if he hasn't even let you see in his house, he's married. Okay, or he has a living girlfriend. And sign number 10 is he has a damn tan line or indent where his ring finger is. Look at your man's hands. If he has a tan line or an indent, like a little ring indent on his finger, on his ring finger, bitch, you better run, okay? if you ignore all them other signs I just mentioned, you know, because you were just being stupid, then look at that shit, okay? Look at the damn indent on his ring finger and the tan line. That'll show you that he takes off his ring and he's married and he's just taking off his ring when he's around you, okay? Okay. So I hope y'all learned some shit, and I hope y'all aren't fucking with these married men. They're disgusting. Get a dick of your own. You know, leave these dogs to their wives. You know, they should get a divorce. If he's that unhappy, he would get a divorce. Don't listen to a motherfucker if he says that he's going to leave his wife for you. That's a fucking lie, okay? If he was a real man and really hates his wife, he would have gotten a divorce a long time ago. Okay, bye, y'all.